Thomas here and welcome back to another video. So today I'm back here for another build collab, and today we're going to go ahead and do this one with my good friend IrrelephantSims. So today we decided to do this Victorian Bohemian home. Now I haven't even heard of this theme before, and we actually went ahead and decided on, well, actually contacted her asking if she'd like to do a Bohemian family home collab build, and she was up for it. And then we got started. She actually started looking for inspiration, and she came across these kind of like Victorian Bohemian images, and she showed me some of them and that actually looked amazing. So we went ahead and, you know, just slightly changed the theme up a little bit, and I'm really happy we did, because like I said, I've never done this one before, and I think that's really great to do when you're trying to improve your building skills, is do things that you've never done before. And yeah, so I'm really happy how this turned out. It is up on the gallery now, so make sure you head over there. My origin ID is RealThomasTV1. So this home features 3 bathrooms and 2 bedrooms. There's 1 bathroom downstairs and all the other bedrooms and bathrooms are upstairs. And yeah, so if you're new to my channel and you haven't seen one of my videos before, my name is Thomas, and as you can see I have a channel here called Thomas TV, and that actually kind of rhymed, didn't it? Anyway, so I make a range of different Sims 4 videos mainly. I do speed builds like this one, which is kind of like my main focus on my channel. I also do creative Sims, let's plays, no, I already said speed builds, oh my god, I'm a mess. That's what happens when I talk too fast. I literally just cannot get my words out. Also do machinimas, CC shopping videos, and to be honest, just everything to do with The Sims. So make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, to stay tuned for my upcoming videos. So, like I said, I'm doing this with IrrelephantSims. She makes some amazing content on her channel. Similar to me, she also does a lot of speed builds. So I'll leave a link down below to her channel, so you can go ahead and check out her videos, as well as part 1 of this collab. And yeah, so we're working on, we've just finished up with that little kind of living room area. There's kind of like a range of different seating areas around this home. So we've got one in the window there, and we've also got one like next to the fireplace. We've also got one in the landing upstairs as well. So there's a few different seating areas. And we've also got this dining table right here, as you can see, next to the front door. So I was just trying to find a door there to put onto the bathroom. I literally could not find one. It was just because the wall heights here are medium. No, were they medium? They were either medium or large, I can't remember. So I was trying to find one which was kind of good, but we don't really have, for the medium and large kind of like wall heights, we don't really have any doors other than modern style ones. So I had to go with a small one, which, you know, is fine. It doesn't perfectly fit in, but it's alright. So I really like these wallpapers actually. Well, to be honest, I don't like them. It's not really something I would choose, but they kind of fit the theme. And that actually reminds me of something. My good friend Miss Griffey, Tonya, she actually created this tag not too long ago actually, called the Things I Don't Use tag. So basically what you have to do is create a kind of like a build with using things that you would never use or you've never used before, and she actually tagged me in it, and I was actually going to go ahead and do that, but because of collab week being this week I couldn't do it. So hopefully I'll be able to do that next week or so. And yeah, so I should have saved that wallpaper for then, but you know, there's lots of things that every day I'm finding things that I've never even used before in game, so you know, I think I have more than enough to use for that build. And yeah, so we're just working on this kitchen area here. Now I did actually, at the minute, like I have to go back at the end and do this, but I did forget to put the fridge in. Now, I always do this, and sorry my recording has paused here. I must have been taking a, there we go. I was like, I always do that. Hang on, I'm like talking about too many things at once. So the first thing I was going to say, I did actually forget to put the fridge in. Now, I did go back in the end and do that, and I always do this ever since I did my 10-minute build challenge. In that video, I did the original one, and I forgot to put the doors in for the rooms, so that was a mess to start with, but I remembered to put the fridge in. Then I went ahead and did the renovation video, and I put the doors in, which was great, but then I forgot the fridge. So yeah, and that's kind of, ever since I forgot the fridge in that video, I've kind of always done that now. So you know, it's always something I try to keep a lookout on before I upload it to the gallery, and luckily I managed to do it this time. So yeah, and the other thing I was mentioning there, I sometimes take breaks during my speed builds, and it's always like every now and again I'll always forget to cut out my speed build, like the video, when I go back and edit it, because it's normally only a quick build. So when the video is sped up and I'm like kind of like just flicking through the video to like see if there's any boring parts or anything, because that's sometimes what I like to do, I always like to just show you like kind of snapshots or a few kind of like main parts of a particular part of the build, and then I kind of just include that in the speed build, so it's not just going on forever of me going through 1,000,001 swatches of everything. And I feel like that's just a better way, because then the video will be too long and I have to talk, you know, for too much longer, and then, you know, I'll just start repeating myself, and then it'll just be a mess. So I like to kind of condense it down a little bit sometimes. And when I'm doing that, sometimes I forget to cut out the breaks, and I always kind of cut out too much of the actual video and leave the breaks in by accident. So that sometimes happens, but luckily it's not too much of a big deal. Anyway, so we're here working on this bit at the back, as you can see. So this is kind of like a sunroom sort of thing, and as you can see, there's also a porch on the back there as well. So we're just working on here. I just kind of put a seating area in here. Nothing really too special about this, and also incorporating that Bohemian theme. So I really like doing Bohemian builds and things because it's kind of just an excuse to kind of just do, kind of not even think about the colour swatches in a way. You kind of just go down. It's a really good thing because if you don't really know if a colour swatch kind of goes with another one, if they kind of contrast each other or whatever, it's always really great to do Bohemian one because it's good not to have them like matching. What? I kind of just put two words together there. If they're not like completely matching, then it's fine because with Bohemian stuff, at least when I'm like, in my opinion, when I think of Bohemian builds, I feel like all the colours are kind of just all out there. It's kind of just very colourful builds, and that's kind of a good way to do that. So this was kind of excuse for me just to kind of just put everything down that I thought I wanted to put in, and it kind of worked. So I was really glad about that. So these windows here had a little bit of problem with, you'll see in a second, putting the curtains on, and that's because these windows that we got with romantic garden stuff, I really like them. They're actually one of my favourite actual kind of windows in the game, but at the same time there isn't really any curtains that kind of fit with them, which is really irritating. So you will see me in a minute kind of struggle. There we go, I actually cut that bit out, which I'm thankful for, because I went like just through the menu so many times looking at curtains and I literally could just not find one, so it didn't perfectly match with the window in terms of its length, but it was the best I could do. Anyway, so we're working on the upstairs now, and I did continue that wallpaper throughout the hallway there. I do change it up once we get into the bedrooms, but I thought that colour's kind of going up the stairs from the main room downstairs. I kind of just continued that wallpaper, and yeah, so this kind of hallway area is a little bit awkward. There's kind of like that bit right in front of you there, which is blank at the minute. It's kind of like a hallway area, but it's kind of like, it's not like, I don't really know how to explain it. Not really big enough to have full decorations in there, like chairs and stuff. So the hallway area there is a little bit awkward, but we did manage to get a little seating area in here, which you can see. I also put a desk in there. I was going to go ahead and put a computer in there, but then I was kind of thinking, well, it doesn't really fit the theme that well, and so I just went ahead and left that out. And yeah, so we're just working on putting some plants in. That's a lot of that, as you'll see in today's build. I always, like with a lot of Bohemian builds, I always put like lots of plants and stuff. Just think it, you know, it fits nicely. I also put a lot of paintings and stuff in as well. When I was looking through build inspiration on Google Images, which is something a really good idea if you want to see, you know, if you're doing a particular type of build, you're not really too familiar with the theme. It's always a really good idea to go over to Google Images and just kind of search up things relating to that theme, and it always helps a little bit. Anyway, so I went ahead and did that, and I found that lots of them included plants and things like that, so it was a really good opportunity to do that because I love adding plants in my builds. Mr. Plant Crazy here, but I'm kind of stealing the throne from Spring Sims because he's known as Mr. Plant Crazy. Anyway, so yeah, and also another thing as well is a lot of paintings on this build. I noticed that just the walls that I was looking at were like completely covered with you know, paintings and stuff, which is well, to be honest, with paintings and stuff, it's always kind of difficult for me because I feel like we need more paintings in game. I always have a problem with always using the same ones over and over again, so I really want a pack hopefully coming up that will just involve so many paintings, or maybe even like a stuff pack that would just like full of paintings. That would be amazing because I really need something new to use, to be honest. And yeah, so also another thing, I don't know what you think about this, but you see that chair that I used there in the hallway, that like the Bohemian style one. Do you think that looks like Alpha CC? Because it does to me. When I like first put it in, I didn't even realise we got this one until a little while ago with the pack. I don't know why, I just never even saw it before. I always thought it looks like CC. That's probably why I didn't use it, because I tend not like to use CC in my builds. But yeah, so I kind of saw that and it really looks like CC to me. I don't know why, it just doesn't fit the game style, to be honest. I don't know, just like the art style of the game, it kind of looks a little bit out of place, but I'm not bothered. It's still another item, so I'm grateful. Anyway, so you can probably see that I've been using a few vampires items in this pack as well. Sorry, that didn't make sense. I've used a few items from the vampires pack in today's build. There we go. Because I felt like when I looked through it, it kind of fits that Victorian theme, I think, and it just works really well with some of the other kind of Victorian things I already placed, and it added to that, you know, with Bohemian in it as well. I think the most kind of thing that was really good from the vampires pack for this type of build was the fireplace. Don't know what it was about about it. It's probably just the detailing on it. Really thought it would fit that, you know, this theme very well. And yeah, so we're nearly at the end of the build here, but we've just got the other bedroom to do, and then we'll be finished. So as you can see, this room here, I did switch it up a little bit from the other, like the hallway wallpaper, and then the other bedroom is kind of got like a blue, it's got like blue and green colours in it. And I thought that looked really nice as well. So we're just finishing off putting some paintings in this room, like normal, just kind of filling it up with paintings. I kind of went overkill on the paintings in this build, kind of just putting them everywhere on the walls, which was kind of intentional. I thought it looked really, really good that way, actually, to kind of fit with the theme. Because I feel like with Bohemian stuff, there's kind of just a lot of things going on in terms of colours and just objects and things, so I felt like that was good to do that. Anyway, so we're nearly just pretty much finished with the build here. I'm going to leave you with some screenshots in just a second. I don't actually have that much footage of the second bedroom, but don't worry, as there will be screenshots as well. Make sure you head over to IrrelephantSims' channel to go ahead and see part 1 of this build if you haven't seen it already, and also go over to the gallery. My origin ID is RealThomasTV1 to download this for yourself. Let me know if you have any ideas for what you want to see in terms of future builds, and also welcome again if you're new to my channel today, and make sure you stay tuned for the rest of Collab Week coming up this week. And yes, so thanks for watching. Make sure you leave a like, comment, share and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!